Okay, hi, good afternoon. Welcome back to the Law Entrance YouTube channel. We are back with another Hindu and Indian Express analysis. How are you guys doing? Today is 13th of August, Tuesday, and we have a few people in the chat box. Satviki, Aman, Jasmeet. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Parv. We'll just wait for a minute and then we shall start. Let more people join in. Till then, tell me, are you guys prepared for today's quiz? Today is July Roundup quiz. How many of you are prepared? Give me a yes or no in the chat box. Quickly, quickly, quickly. Have you come prepared for the Menti quiz? So quickly share the link of our session in the group. Okay. More people have joined in. Hi Rajnandini, Divyansh, Ashutosh, K-pop, Ankita, Ayush, Tanvi, Mishika, Mukti, Dhriti, Parv, and Deeptakshi. Good afternoon, all of you. Welcome to the class. Welcome to another Hindu analysis session. I hope you all can see my presentation. Let's quickly start this. All right. Good afternoon, Arman. Let's start. Okay, let's start. So, some of you have prepared for the quiz, some of you haven't prepared for the quiz. All right, let's see how it goes. I hope you guys are able to perform well. I have made an easy quiz. Most of them are easy questions, and almost 70% of questions are such which have been already discussed in class. So that would also be a revision session for you. Dhruti is saying, sir, 1 minute, please. We're just having a discussion as of now, not starting yet. We'll start in a few more seconds. We'll do an analysis today. We'll quickly do a newspaper brief analysis. We'll go through the newspaper, look at some important topics, discuss them a little bit. We'll talk a little bit about the Kenyan protest, as some of you were saying that talk about the Kenyan protest. So we'll cover that a little bit, and then we shall directly jump to our Menti quiz. Okay. Are you guys ready? Should we start? If everyone is ready to start, give me a ready in the chat box. Ready in the chat box, quickly, quickly, quickly. Can we do the newspaper first? Can we do Indian Express today? It is very short, so Sebi. Okay, Indian Express कर लेते हैं आज. Not an issue. No issue at all. Let's do Indian Express today. Let me just quickly fetch the newspaper for you all. Till then, a ready in the chat box would be highly appreciated. Okay, so that is the agenda for the day. First is Kenyan protest. We'll talk a little bit about this. Then we'll do the newspaper analysis. And on public demand, let's do Indian Express analysis today. And then we have the Menti quiz. This is the code for the Menti quiz. We'll start after an analysis. And then we have a quick vocab express session. 3 words like every day. Okay, we are ready to start. Let's quickly talk about the Kenyan protest and then let's go to the newspaper. There's nothing much to elaborate upon when it comes to the Kenyan protest. We have discussed it earlier. Who has been the newly appointed president of Kenya, against whom the protests have broken out? Can you tell me the name in the chat box, please? The newly appointed Kenyan president. सेबी न्यूज़ इज स्टिल अंडर डेवलपमेंट, इसलिए मैं उसको अभी कवर नहीं कर रहा हूँ. We'll do the सेबी न्यूज़, डेफिनेटली we'll do it. We'll talk a little bit about it today, but because it's still in development, I want to cover it once we are done and dusted with it. Yes, William Ruto is the name, absolutely correct. William Ruto. So, Mr. William Ruto recently came to power against public opinion in the country of Kenya, right? Now, what happened was that this guy, this fellow, brought a bill called the Finance Bill 2024, right? This bill was met with a lot of protest, and people protested in the capital of, what is the capital of Kenya? Starts with N. And also, what is the second largest city where also the protests broke out? We have discussed this before, so you should know this. It's not Naypyidaw, it's Nairobi. Absolutely correct. Correct. Nairobi. Not Naypyidaw, it's Nairobi. Nairobi is the capital of France. Absolutely correct response by all of you. So, protests broke out in Nairobi against the finance bill, which was meant to increase taxes. So, he was saying that our country is in need of revenue, is in need of money, and we need to increase the taxes. And of course, people were not very happy with this particular move, and wide scale, large scale, violent protests broke out, and they were asking for resignation of William Ruto. Right now, William Ruto, looking at the protest and resignation, he dissolved the previous cabinet, and he said that we'll come with a new cabinet. So he thought that this would probably pacify the protest, but that hasn't been the case, and the protests are still catching force and still on the rise because the people have now made it a protest of a national scale and are demanding multiple things from the government. They are asking firstly for the resignation of William Ruto and his cabinet. Secondly, they're asking to establish good law and order in the country. Thirdly, they are talking about curbing unemployment in the country. And of course, the legislations which were brought in, they have to be taken back. That is so already there. So this protest has been given a new name now. The translation of that name is 8th August protest. Can you tell me the name in the Swahili language? The protest has been given that name. What is the name? Chat box. Yes, Mombasa is the second largest city where the protest also took place. Absolutely correct. What is the name of the protest? No idea. Yes, Nane Nane March or Nain Nain March, however you pronounce it or however they pronounce it. It's called the Nain Nain March. Absolutely correct. Bilkul. So the youth have given the name Nain Nain or Nane Nane, whatever they call it, protest or march. And this translates to the 8th August protest or the 8th August march. This word is in Swahili language, which is the language primarily used in Kenya. Another very popular phrase exists in the Swahili language related to a cartoon character. The phrase is called. Have you guys heard this phrase? What's the meaning of this phrase? Does anyone know? This phrase is also in the Swahili language. So just random trivia for you all. Yes, Lion King. Okay, it's called Nane Nane. Thank you. July 1 learner test would start in 15 to 20 minutes. So stay put. We'll start very soon. No worries. Yes, all is well or no worries. That's what it means. So yeah, this is just random information. Anyway, so that is all about Kenyan protest, which you need to know as of now. There's nothing new in it because some of you wanted me to discuss it. I discussed it. Now let's do the newspaper analysis for today. We'll quickly take 10 to 15 minutes and then we'll go to the one-liners quiz. So I'll share the newspaper with you very quickly. If the newspaper is visible on your screen, quickly give me a yes on the chat box, please. Yes on the chat box. Okay, beautiful. Facing criticism, government withdraws new draft of broadcast bill. So we discussed this earlier. We discussed the issues with the broadcast bill and how it would take social media creators into the ambit of the broadcast bill. And of course, as we anticipated, it has met with a lot of criticism, and the government has withdrawn the draft of the bill. Now they'll probably come with a new draft. So we'll see. Here, the news is about the Hindenburg case. Opposition seeks JPC probe. What is JPC? JPC is Joint Parliamentary Committee. BJP hits back fictitious report bid to destabilize markets. So BJP is saying this is a false report. Fictitious means false. It's a bid to destabilize the Indian markets. Concerned person, regulator have made their statements. Nothing further to be added by the government, says the finance ministry. So they had put allegations on whom? On whom were the allegations placed by the Hindenburg report? Did you guys follow the news? Name of the person? SEBI chairperson. Name of the person? Puri Book or Butch, however she pronounces it. And yes, the allegations are against her. Okay, let's get some more clarity on this particular report and the final stance on this. Then we shall discuss this in detail. More of a politically driven and not a competitive exam perspective important news. So I'm not very concerned about this news as of now. Okay, let's see what else is there. 5 dead, 200 incidents, fear grips Hindus, leaders meet Yunus today. So this is talking about Bangladesh. Who's Yunus? The newly appointed interim leader in Dhaka, right? So people are, facing a lot of violence, especially minorities are facing a lot of violence and fear. And leaders are going to meet Muhammad Yunus today, and let's see what happens. I hope things get better. These are monthly numbers. You don't need to remember them. Retail inflation. Fund book couple invested in part of structure under SEBI probe. This is again related to the same thing. To match Paris 24, Los Angeles faces Mission Impossible. As Arman was saying, Tom Cruise at the Olympics closing ceremony. And where are the next Olympics going to take place? Mentioned here, Los Angeles. ये लॉस एंजलिस में होने ओलंपिक्स अगली बार. And let's see how India performs in the next Olympics. Okay, this is again from page 1. This is a detailed discussion on the criticism for overreach on government withdrawing the draft bill. We have already discussed how this can be overreaching in nature, or breach of privacy or breach of regulations. And let's not get into the detail today. If the new draft comes, we'll have a discussion on that. Now, these are local news, so we'll quickly skip through them. Local news and state news, city and politics, not relevant for us. NIRF rankings are important. Make sure you look at the stats and look at the rankings. पूछी जा सकती है. IIT Madras at top for the 6th year. IISc, which is Indian Institute of Science, best university for the 9th time. These are the only two important tidbits you need to remember. There's not much else to remember. You can remember the top colleges in every category. So top in overall is IIT Madras. Top in engineering is again IIT Madras. Top in universities is IISc Bangalore. And top in medical is AIIMS Delhi. Just also check who is top in your law universities. It must be mentioned here somewhere in the article itself. Make sure you go through it and check it out, right? High Court to rule again on probe into forgery charges in SSC member recruitment. This is not important for us. Naveen urges center to support UNESCO Kalinga Prize. Okay, this is also not important. Let's see if there is something which we need to do. Institution and individual. This is again on Hindenburg editorial article. This is on crops, bumper kharif harvest, and benign global prices with no fresh supply shocks could ease food inflationary pressures. So this is talking about how the rain would impact the food inflation, how the El Nino effect would come into play, how harvest would be impacted with the rain. Have a quick glance through it. Not very important. This is talking about clinical trials for cutting edge therapies to increase accessibility for therapy in India. Supreme Court has done well to pull up judiciary prosecuting agencies in Manish Sisodia case. This we have already discussed. PMLA Manish Sisodia yesterday. So this is talking about how the court is acting as a shield. Let's read the gist of it. We all know that law has to be obeyed and respected. But what happens when state-owned agencies meant to protect the citizen are seen to be acting as a tool to prosecute and deprive her of the constitutional right to live with dignity in such circumstances? Courts are supposed to act as shield against the tyranny of the state. Therefore, in the words of Supreme Court, it is high time that the trial and high courts recognize their legal and constitutional duty to act in appropriate cases and not add to the burden of the apex court, which is the Supreme Court. Right? Okay, then we have after Olympics a question that whether the money was utilized in the right way or not, whether it would be better left to the private sector, whether the public money is being utilized by the state in an appropriate manner or not. You can read up this article, though we have already discussed Olympics and performance in Olympics quite in detail. This is again related to Dhaka. Natwar Singh's warmth. Okay, this is related to an IFS officer and his story. Again, not relevant for us. Nationwide protests hit basic medical services. Okay, not yet important. If this gets hyped up, then we'll look at it. Okay, this is something you need to have a look at, how Tungabhadra Dam gate was swept away, why farmers are fearful. So recently this happened that Tungabhadra Dam के जो floodgates हैं, they were swept away with water and a huge amount of water was released in the reservoir. This is again due to the weather conditions as well as the dam not being repaired properly or not being up to date, and the gate failed. So just quickly have a look at this article, how the gate broke, water in reservoir, river and dam, repairs and fears. This is again the Hindenburg Adani book saga. Ukraine push into Russia's Kursk region. What's happening? Why now? Where the Ukrainian incursion has taken place in the Kursk. So this is the Kursk region. This is Kharkiv. This is Russia. This is Ukraine. And now they are again infiltrating. Ukraine is. Let's see what happens in this. Ukraine ने क्यों attack launch किया. Currently, there is no clarity about the attack's objectives, but military experts say that there could be several political and military reasons behind it. Some suggest that Ukraine wants to seize as much land as possible to strengthen its position on the negotiating table. Ukrainian land captured by Russia could be exchanged for Russian land conquered by Ukraine. So you got the reason. What would happen next? It is quite unlikely that Ukraine would be able to hold all of Russian territory it has advanced into. Even to maintain its current position, Kyiv, which is the capital of Ukraine, would need to deploy more troops, tanks, and resources. So, bad move, I would say. Once thriving, now all but gone. History of Kerala. Okay, we don't need this. Split in Israel cabinet. Defense minister calls Netanyahu's total victory plan nonsense. Okay. ISIX chief held in housing scam. Court martial initiated. So basically, nothing which we need to look at from a CLAT and law entrance exam perspective in today's Indian Express, except the Hindenburg thing. When it settles down, we'll discuss it in detail, all the points, all the intricacies. Baki, abhi ke liye, this is the analysis. Olympic has been wrapped up. I hope Salik sir covered it quite comprehensively yesterday. And they have given the title Cryolympics, watching adults tear up and a difficult question, will India win gold? So this is a note from Mihir Basavada's Olympic diary. Can read this, interesting read. All right, so that brings us to the end of the newspaper analysis. All right, let's quickly move to our Menti quiz then. Let's do the vocab first and then let's go to the Menti thing. So the first word for the day is asinine, which means extremely stupid or foolish. Simple word. Stupid, foolish, pointless, judicious, prudent, sagacious are opposite sentence. It was asinine to run into the street like that. Okay, asinine. Next word is fiat. Now, fiat means a formal authorization or proposition or a decree. Decree, edict, order. Prices have been fixed by government fiat. So, this is a colloquial word, not used very often in common parlance, but again, you should know the word. Fiat means order, a formal order or authorization, not the car company, of course. Okay. Chalo. The third word for the day is despotism. Now, despotism again means tyranny, dictatorship, totalitarianism. Meaning is the exercise of absolute power, especially in a cruel and oppressive way. Right? Sentence after years of despotism, the country is now moving towards democracy. Antonyms are democracy, self-governance, self-government. So these are the three words for the day: despotism, fiat, and asinine. Okay, are we clear with the words? Let's move to our Menti quiz, guys. This is the code. You have to go to menti.com. People who are new, I'm telling it for them. Go to menti.com. It would prompt you to enter the code and enter this numerical code. And you would be able to access the quiz. I'll quickly present the quiz on the screen as well. Okay, I hope you guys can see the quiz and access the quiz. I'm giving you 60 seconds to go to the quiz and register your name. Let's quickly start in 1 minute, guys. Yes, you can give it in the chat box. I would appreciate that. It's 7257752. 5257752. Code is not visible. मैं chat box में लिख देता हूँ. I've put it in the chat box. Oh, pardon me. There has been a number missing. 75. Just a second, guys. It's 7257752. So this is the updated quiz code. This I'll delete. 7257752. Have you guys joined? Are you there? Give me a yes or no in the chat box. In the YT chat box, please. Nice, Jeff. Thank you. Everyone has joined. I'll wait for 20 more seconds, 15 to 20 more seconds. We'll let everyone join in so that no one is left out. The quiz is on July one-liners from the month of July. So every news which does not mention the month of July, you can safely assume that it is from the month of July. Don't need to get confused that we have read this before or what would be the month of this particular news. All the news are from the month of July, primarily from the second half of July. Okay. All right. Let's begin then. Time to go. And again, instructions are please answer all the questions, be as quick as possible to score more. We have 21 questions and we have 31 players who are ready to play. 32 players. We have 40 players watching us on live stream. Do you guys need more time to join? Other 5, 6 people who are yet to join? Should I wait for 10, 15 more seconds, 30 more seconds? Or should we start? Okay, as no one has asked me to wait, I'll assume that you all are ready to start. Then let's start the quiz. First question coming up on your screen now, guys. Question coming up in three, two, one. Environment Minister Bhupendra Yadav launched Dash in July for inviting ideas about products and services that encourage environment friendly lifestyle. You need to tell me the name of the initiative. Okay, only 10 people got this right. Surprising. The answer is Ideas for Life. That is the name of the initiative launched by the Environment Ministry by Environment Minister Bhupendra Yadav. It's not Innovate for Life. It's not Envirovate. That was a made up name by me. And it's also not 100 ideas. So the right answer is Ideas for Life. Okay, let's go and look at the leaderboard. Let's see who all have come prepared and have scored points. Riddhi was the fastest and has occupied the first position. Then we have Vihan, Devika, Mukti, Jasmeet, Venture, Parv, Beyonce. Oh God, international audience as well. Then Deeptakshi and Manisha. So Venture and Beyonce, I would appreciate if you can come with your real names. Let's go to the next question, guys. Time to catch up on the leaderboard. Come on. Second question. 33 players ready to play. The question coming now. In three, two, one. Dash denomination postage stamp was released by Department of Post to commemorate 25 years of Kargil Vijay Divas. You need to tell me the denomination. Yeah, almost half of you got this right. It was rupees 5. So rupees 5 postage stamp was released to commemorate Kargil Vijay Divas, which completed 25 years in 2024 because the war was held in 1999. Right. Okay, let's move to the next question. Let's look at the leaderboard. We have new entrants on the leaderboard. Riddhi and Vihan again got this right and are on first. Okay, Beyonce is on second. Then we have Vihan, Venture, Deepakshi, Sharve was the fastest up on the leaderboard now. Aradhya also emerged on the leaderboard. Then we have Devika, Mukti, and Tanya. Okay, very nice. Let's go to question number three. 33 players are ready to play. Let's look at the question now. मिसक्लिक मत करो भाई, ध्यान से आंसर करो क्वेश्चंस. Which country won its first Women's T20 Asia Cup title in July 2024? Majority of you got this right. It was an easy question. Sri Lanka was the country which won its first Women T20 Asia Cup title, defeating India in the finals. Okay, so Sri Lanka is the right answer. Let's see. Let's look at the leaderboard. You can see new names again on the leaderboard. Beyonce very close to Riddhi on second position, Riddhi on first. Then we have Venture, Deeptakshi, Sharve, Aradhya, Preetam, Mukti, Atri, and Vihan is down to the last position on the leaderboard, on the visible leaderboard from second. Okay, buckle up, guys. Time to get your name on the leaderboard. Fourth question out of 21, 31 players ready, 34 players ready. Let's go. Question coming up now. A very easy peasy question. I'm hoping all of you would get this right. And this would give an opportunity to other people to come up on the leaderboard as well. As expected, a huge number of people got this right. Nicolas Maduro is the newly appointed president of Venezuela. He defeated Edmundo Gonzalez, who was the second in line in number of votes. And Keir Starmer was the recently appointed Prime Minister of UK. Okay, chalo. Let's look at the leaderboard. Let's see who was able to score points by answering this very fast. Pritham was the fastest. Riddhi and Beyonce again neck to neck, just a 5 point difference. Then we have Venture, Deeptakshi, Aradhya, Pritham, Mukti, Atri, Dhriti, and Vihan. Good job, guys. Good going. Everyone who's giving the right answer, you all are doing really well. 35 players ready with me. Let's go. Indian President Draupadi Murmu recently renamed the Darbar Hall at Rashtrapati Bhavan as also an easy question. Some of you got confused in this. Only half of you could get this right. It's renamed as Gantantra Mandap. So there were two halls, Darbar Hall and Ashok Hall. Darbar Hall has been renamed as Gantantra Mandap, and your Ashok Hall has been renamed to Ashok Mandap. Okay. So remember both the names. Gantantra Mandap and Ashok Mandap are the new names of Darbar Hall and Ashok Hall respectively. All right, let's look at the leaderboard. Riddhi got this wrong and would probably lose the first position now. Yes. Beyonce is on first, Venture is on second, then we have Deeptakshi, Mukti, Riddhi, Vihan, Parv. Tane has come up on the leaderboard, and Aradhya and Preetham. Can anyone tell me who's Beyonce in the chat box? Anyone क्या जो जिसका नाम है वही बताओ मुझे Beyonce कौन है? I'm waiting for your response, Beyonce. Okay. बता देना YT चैट बॉक्स में. Beyonce is a singer. Oh my god. ये तो मुझे पता ही नहीं था. इतना ज्ञान कैसे अरमान आपके पास? Okay, 34 players are ready with me for the next question. Let's go. Who was recently re-elected as International Olympic Committee member from India? Easy question. Very easy question, I would say. Most of you got this right. Nita Ambani is the person who has been re-elected as International Olympic Committee representative or member from India. It's not PT Usha, it's not Abhinav Bindra, not Gagan Naran. It is Nita Ambani. Nita Ambani plays which sport? Okay, let it be. इसकी क्वेश्चन है थोड़ा. Beyonce, Venture, Deeptakshi, Riddhi, Vihan, Parv, Tane again the fastest. Very nice. And we have Simar on the leaderboard. Dhriti was also the fastest. How can there be two people who were the fastest? There's some glitch. And then we have Mukti. Probably they answered at the exact same second. So two joint winners of the fastest title. Okay, let's go to question number 7. We are one third into the quiz. 35 players ready with me. Let's look at the questions. Don't worry, we have a lot of easy questions in the quiz. You can catch up if you are not yet on the leaderboard. There's still a lot of opportunities left, a lot of questions left. Bharatnatyam is not a sport, but okay. Money, Geo, Winzo champion. Arre wah, kya baat hai. 82nd, most of you got this right. We have discussed this in class as well. And which country is the first on this index? It's Singapore. The second rank is jointly tied by 5 countries. उनके नाम आपको याद रखने की जरूरत नहीं है. And India has access to 58 countries without the visa free or visa on arrival. visa free, I think. 58 countries visa free. And Singapore has 195 countries which their citizens can go visa free because it's on the top position on the passport index. Okay, let's look at the leaderboard. Beyonce got this wrong and would probably lose his slash her slash their lead to Venture. Then we have Venture, Beyonce, Deeptakshi, Ridhi, Tane, Parv, Dhriti, Vihan, Montana, who was the fastest, and Achyut. Okay, let's go to the next question. Question number 8, 35 players ready. Let's start. Question coming up in 3, 2, 1. Which company has recently signed an MOU to launch the Voice Box, an upskilling initiative for voice artists in India? This was a tough question, है ना? पढ़ा नहीं होगा ये usually अपने current affairs में. Netflix India is the company which has signed an MOU with the Indian government to launch the Voice Box, an initiative to upskill voice artists in India. It's not Amazon Prime, not Jio Cinema, not Sony Pictures Network. It's Netflix. Okay, let's look at the leaderboard. Very few people got this right. Beyonce again on top. Then we have Deeptakshi and Riddhi with a very close third. It's just a 2 point difference. Then we have Venture, Parv, Montana, who was again the fastest. Then Vihan, Tane, Dhriti, and Simar. All right, let's look at question number 9. 35 players ready to play. Let's go. Who has been recently appointed the new Prime Minister of Estonia? This is also an easy question. There are many questions on appointments in this particular quiz. Everyone has voted. Beautiful. And only half of you, less than half of you, got this right. Christian Michel is the name of the person. It's not John Sweeney, not Alan Karras, not Steve Rogers. Select किया है 7 लोगों ने. Steve Rogers कैप्टन अमेरिका है मित्रों, वो मैंने खुद लिखा था. स्टीव रॉजर्स नहीं है एस्टोनिया के प्राइम मिनिस्टर. ही इज द कैप्टन अमेरिका. क्रिस्टियन मिशेल इज द प्राइम मिनिस्टर. ठीक है, चलो लेट्स लुक एट द लीडर बोर्ड. आई एम सरप्राइज 7 पीपल चोज स्टीव रॉजर्स. तुक्का तुक्का लग गया दीप्ताक्षी का. मिस क्लिक्ड स्टीव. ओके, Riddhi has climbed up to second position. She is looking like she'll reclaim her top position very soon. Beyonce is still on top. Then we have Deeptakshi, Venture, Parv, Montana, Simmer, who was the fastest. Very nice. Sanvi has come up on the leaderboard. Good. Then we have Vihan and Tane. Okay, people, catch up. Time to come up on the leaderboard for people who haven't yet. Let's dethrone the people who are on the leaderboard. Which country recently launched the Climate Finance Action Fund to support green projects in developing countries to maintain their temperature target? So, moderate level question. Let's see. Yeah, less than half of you got this right. So, the right answer is not Sweden, not Finland, not France. It's Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan is launching a climate finance action fund. Now, this is also in line with it hosting the COP29 summit. I think it's 29, if I'm not wrong, 28 or 29. Just check it once. The COP summit in this particular year, I think it would be in November. So, Azerbaijan has launched this particular fund, right? Okay. Let's see. Only few of you on the leaderboard got this right. Simmer climbed up a position, rest all remains same. Riddhi was the fastest and is now approximately 53 points behind the first position. And Deep Takshi is also catching up very quickly. 34 players ready for the 11th question. We are halfway into our quiz. Let's go. What is the National Narcotics helpline number recently launched under Manas initiative? 29 है अच्छा ठीक है COP 29. Everyone has voted, and I was anticipating that most of you would get this right because this is also something which we have discussed in our class before, the Manas Initiative. I think we have had a question in a previous quiz regarding Manas Initiative. I remember this. 1933 is the helpline, absolutely correct. 21 people answered this right. Let's look at the leaderboard. Okay, not much, not any change in the leaderboard, just points added to everyone's score. Atri has come up on the leaderboard. Achyut has also come up on the leaderboard. And a few people have lost their position on the leaderboard. Okay, 35 players ready for the next question. Question number 12 coming up on your screen in 3, 2, 1. Who was recently appointed as the representative for South Asia in the Asian Paralympic Committee? I'm expecting most of you to get this right. It's an easy question. Okay. Almost half of you got this right, and 14 people got it wrong. More than 14 people. 14 people chose Devendra Jhajaria, who's also a Paralympic athlete, by the way, from India. Deepa Malik is also a Paralympic athlete from India. And she is the person who has been appointed as the representative of South Asia in the Asian Paralympic Committee. Let's look at the leaderboard. Okay, I think we have new names on the leaderboard again. Sonal and Sanvi have come up again on the leaderboard. Beyonce and Riddhi answered at the exact same second, and both of them were the fastest. Beyonce on first, Riddhi on second, Deeptakshi on third, Venture, Perf, Simar, Montana, Achyut, Sanvi, and Sonal. Okay, let's go to question number 13. 35 players ready for the question. Let's start. S. Jaishankar inaugurated, there's a typo, India's first overseas Jan Aushadhi Kendra in which country? This is also a question which we have done in the previous quiz, so I'm expecting at least 25 people to get this right. Okay, little disappointed, but okay. It's not Maldives, it's not Nepal, it's Mauritius. So he was on a 2-day visit to Mauritius, S. Jaishankar, and he announced that he inaugurated the first Jan Aushadhi Kendra in Mauritius. Okay. दोबारा दोबारा गलत नहीं होने चाहिए यार क्वेश्चंस. If you marked this wrong in the previous quiz, then you should not have gotten this wrong in this quiz. Okay, we have Beyonce, Riddhi, Deeptakshi, Venture, Perf, Simar, Montana, Sanvi, Achyut, and Atri. Come on, guys, थोड़ा फेर बदल लाओ leaderboard में. Let's look at some disruptions in the leaderboard. Buckle up. This question would disrupt the leaderboard a little bit. Name the new species of plant discovered from Itanagar Wildlife Sanctuary in July, of course. इसमें सब तुक्का मारने वाले मुझे पता है. अरे वाह, 21 people got this right. I am surprised. I am pleasantly surprised with this. Good job. Beyonce was the fastest, Riddhi a close second, Deeptakshi, Venture, Parv, Simar, Montana. Exact same names on the leaderboard after a tough question as well. Okay. Apparently, it was not that tough for you guys. All right, 15th question coming up on your screen in 3, 2, 1. Which organization has recently approved a $240.5 million loan to finance solar rooftop systems in India? And by recently, we mean July. Only 14 people got this right. It's the Asian Development Bank or ADB. It's not World Bank, it's not International Monetary Fund or IMF, it's not SCO. Let's look at the leaderboard. There's a very tough neck to neck fight in the first and second position. I'm just loving the competition between Beyonce and Riddhi. And we have similar names on the leaderboard again: Deeptakshi, Parv, Venture, Simar, Montana, Sanvi, Achyut, and Atri. Come on, I need new names. 34 players ready for the 16th question. Let's start. Was recently appointed as the president of Rwanda. Expecting a lot of people to get this right. Yes. 24 people got this right. Paul Kagame, absolutely correct. Okay, we have a few new names on the leaderboard now. Sharve has come up, Sanvi has come up, and the top positions on the leaderboard are still facing very stiff competition. There's stiff competition in first and second, and equally neck to neck competition in the third, fourth, fifth, and sixth position as well. Very exciting. Montana was the fastest. Good job. Let's look at question number 17. 34 players ready with me. Question coming up on your screen now. Which organization released the 24 Digital Economy Report showing 163% increase in India's electronic waste generation? Okay, 15 people got this right. It's the UNCTAD or UNCTAD, Trade and Development. It's not UNEP, it's not IEA, it's not WEF, it's UNCTAD. Beyonce fastest, Riddhi second, Diptakshi, Venture, Perv, Simar, Montana. Sanvi has come up, Sharve has come up, Achyut is on the last. Okay, question number 18th out of 21. We are closing in towards the end of the quiz. 33 players ready, 34 players ready. Let's start. The question coming up now. Who has been re-elected as president of European Parliament? This is also a question which has been asked in a previous quiz. So should not be wrong. Need at least 25 correct responses for this. Okay. 18 correct responses. Roberta Metsola is the name. Yes, it's not Mark Rutte, it's not Roberto Edrogan, it's not Jens Stoltenberg, it's Roberta Metsola. She has been re-elected. Okay, a few people on the leaderboard got this wrong, and there's a change in the leaderboard. Beyonce Riddhi again fighting for the first and second spot. Deeptakshi and Venture holding out on the third and fourth spot. Then we have Simar, who was the fastest, on fifth. Parv has dropped down to sixth. Then Montana, Sharve, Achyut, and Sanvi. Question number 19. 33 players ready with me. Let's go. Name the European Space Agency's new heavy lift rocket recently launched from French Guiana. Okay, I think the timer is stuck. Okay, it's there. Yes, Ariane 6 is the right answer. Ariane or Ariane, जो भी इसका pronunciation है. And 15 people got this right, and many people got it wrong as well. More people got it wrong than the people who got it right. Let's see how did our leaderboard perform. And Riddhi finally got her chance to come up on the first position. She was the fastest and answered this correctly. Beyonce lost out on this question. Deeptakshi is now on third, then Venture, then Simar, Parv, Sharve, Achyut, Montana, and Sanvi. Okay, interesting. Second last question of the quiz. 34 players ready to play. Let's start. Which day was declared as Samvidhan Hatya Divas to commemorate the 1975 emergency? Okay, maximum of you got this right, 22 people. It's 25th June, absolutely correct. Okay, few changes in the leaderboard, but similar people on the leaderboard. Simar has climbed up a few spots on fourth position, and we have Deeptakshi, Parv, Montana fastest, Achyut, Sanvi, Sharve, and Riddhi maintaining her first position, which was earned after a lot of fighting. Okay, last question of the day, guys. Question number 21. 34 players ready. Let's look at it. Who recently took oath as the new Prime Minister of Nepal? One has voted, and Menti is stuck again. I'm waiting for the votes. Is it just stuck for me or is it stuck for everyone? Are you guys able to see the responses? Yes, no? In the YT chat box, guys? No? Menti being Menti, stuck in the last question. Something went wrong. Okay. But leaderboard is working somehow. I think this is the previous leaderboard, not the latest. Yes, this is the previous leaderboard till question number 20. Okay, it's loading now. KP Sharma Oli and 29 people got this correct. Let's look if it's giving us the final leaderboard. Yes, it will. All right, and Riddhi is once again the winner of the quiz. Claps for Riddhi, and you all can congratulate Riddhi. But equally fantastic performance by Beyonce. I don't know your name, but whoever you are, you played really, really well. And applause for all the people on the leaderboard as well, and a big round of applause for all the people who participated and got a lot of questions correct, but did not come upon the leaderboard. You guys are equally winners for me. Good quiz, good participation, and I hope you guys liked the quiz. Congratulations to Riddhi. I still don't know who's Beyonce though. Amazing streak, yes, absolutely. Riddhi has been performing really well. Deeptakshi is saying I was forever stuck in the third position. Yeah, you at least maintained your third position. That is a big achievement in itself. So applause for all of you. How many of you got more than 10 questions correct out of 21? Give me a yes in the chat box. People who got more than 10 questions correct, yes in the chat box. Yes. All correct. Arey वाह, क्या बात है. That deserves another applause if you got all of them correct. The man is saying I got 14 right, but speed killed me. It's okay. As long as you guys knew the answers, that is a victory. CLAT won't have a Menti leaderboard, and you just need to know the right answer. Got two wrong, missed two. All right. So a lot of you got more than 10 correct, which is a good performance. And there's still a lot of scope for improvement. And I hope you guys would work on it. I hope you guys would rectify the questions you got wrong today and would never do them wrong in a mock test or in the actual exam if they come up. And yes, that is the end of today's quiz. Let me close the presentation and come back to our presentation again. Hmm. How was the quiz, guys? Was the feedback for the quiz? I kept the last question as the easiest so that we can settle the leaderboard on a happy note. How was the quiz? Did you guys enjoy the quiz? Was it fun? Next quiz on July month again. कर सकते हैं. Next when? Good quiz. Irrelevant questions भी थे. अच्छा. कौन से questions irrelevant थे sir? Please enlighten me. I'll take care in future. Okay. Anyway, ठीक है. I'm glad you guys had fun with the quiz. We'll have another quiz very soon. We'll have a discussion on what to have in the next quiz in tomorrow's session. Till then, you guys can come up with ideas, brainstorm ideas, put them in the comment section after this live stream ends on which topic do you want the next Menti quiz to be. Do drop a like on this particular video if you enjoyed the quiz. It takes a lot of effort to make the quiz for you all. And a like and a comment would be really appreciated. Do drop the comment regarding which topic do you want the next quiz on. And yeah, thank you so much for participating. Have a very good week ahead. And see you all tomorrow in another Hindu analysis. Bye-bye. Signing off. Take care, guys. Comment section में डालो after the stream ends. All the topics. Ending the stream. See you all tomorrow. Okay, Tanvi was Montana. Good performance, Tanvi. Played really well. Riddhi saying thank you for keeping the last questions easy. Yeah, of course. You got the first position in the last 3 questions. Chalo. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.